Volunteers for Israel. We're going to focus tonight on one of our 8 programs called the Odyssey. This is going to be recorded, and it's going to be up on YouTube in a couple of days in case you wanted to review it or point anybody you know to it on YouTube. And the YouTube address is youtube.com/Volunteers for Israel, one big word. And there's actually over 200 videos, but this will be the newest one up there. Tonight's session will be, it is captioned if you have captioning at the bottom of your Zoom, if you want to use that, just to point that out. And what we'll do is I'll talk for just a couple of moments, and then I'll turn it over to Diane and Lisa, and they will present you a slideshow explaining a lot of things. Then we'll go right into Q&A. Everything here is informal. If you've got a question, just raise your hand, speak up. We want to answer everybody's question, however delicate, however improper, whatever. It's a good question. So first off, I'll just speak for a couple of seconds. Volunteers for Israel, an all-volunteer organization. We've been around for 40 years, sending volunteers to Israel. Our website is vfi-usa.org. And at that site, you would see 8 different programs, of which Odyssey is one of them. Other programs we have include archaeology, feeding the soldiers, working in a rehab hospital, and doing a bunch of other different things, including farming. And so we have a pretty broad stroke of Israel, not just military, but Israel as a social entity that has all kinds of things to offer. And you can only imagine that archaeology in Israel can't be beat. And so we cover the waterfront, and one of our newest programs is Odyssey. It's an exciting program because it's a stimulating environment, and it's a rigorous program that Diane will tell us more about. So at this point, I'd like to introduce you to Diane Kremen, and she is the program manager for the Odyssey program. I also want to introduce you to Lisa Bell. Lisa is our program manager over the programs and coordinator. And so between them, they're going to put up a PowerPoint, I believe. And
I think so. And if not, we're going to go without it.
All right. Okay, Diane.
You're letting me share. So yeah, I'll let Diane talk, and then I'll put up the PowerPoint.
Go ahead. Okay, Diane.
You can put up okay. So as Steve said, I'm Diane Kremen, the Odyssey program manager, and we are truly going to be an Odyssey program because this is adventure at its finest. I thank all of you for joining us, and I too am a volunteer, just like all of you. I've been on several programs over the last 8 to 10 years. Last program I was on was a combination of the archaeology that Steve just spoke about. That was amazing archaeological dig in Jerusalem. And after that, we went to feed the soldiers at 5 different bases. Very gratifying experience. So those are 2 of the other programs that we now offer. Odyssey, this is a new program, and we're hoping it'll be a great adventure. I'm sure it will be. It's a combination of touring for a few days, volunteering, sometimes a full day, sometimes a half day, and touring or sightseeing could be in the afternoon, could be in the morning. As we speak, it is not cast in stone. So to any of you who I've spoken to, Robbie, I've said flexibility. This is a very flexible program. You can keep turning, Lisa. We know that VFI's mission is to help Israel. And today we're very grateful that the last hostage has been returned to Israel. Yeah. But one of my Israeli friends has said to me just recently, said, no celebrations here as far as I know. The dead are dead. The wounds are fresh. The war is not over. And that's why we are all going, because they need us. And VFI needs us now as much as they did on October 8th. The programs are, you can just keep flipping. The programs are all amazing. There are fabulous places to volunteer, wonderful places with experienced guides to see different parts of Israel. It's a fantastic experience, and the big thing is the prices are affordable. It's not as outrageous as many of the missions, and we get a whole lot out of it. We're meeting the people, we're seeing the sights. It's very impactful, whether it's your first visit to Israel or your 10th. You will go home with a feeling of total contentment on multiple levels. You'll have met people, seen the places, and the gratitude of the Israelis for us coming to help them is unbelievable. The trip, the Odyssey program is 9 days. We start off in Tel Aviv with a dinner on Friday night where we will all meet each other, we'll greet each other, and get to know each other. We will be staying at the Maxim Hotel, which is a volunteer hotel. So that in itself is a wonderful experience because you'll meet a lot of volunteers and get to see what other people are doing in Israel. The volunteering, Saturday, we're going to be touring. At this point, we are scheduled to go to the Gaza envelope, to Nova and Sderot, which is right on the border of Gaza. And as I said, flexibility is the name of the game. That's today as we speak. It could all change the day before. We don't know. And that's what makes Odyssey such an interesting program because things can change in a heartbeat. So we tour all day Saturday, and then the volunteering starts Sunday, and there'll be different opportunities every day until Friday. We are scheduled to visit with lone soldiers on Friday. Israel's calendar is such that the weekend is Friday and Saturday. So we could be touring on Friday, visiting lone soldiers, and if there is a volunteer opportunity, we will be doing it. And as I said, we start in Tel Aviv, and we have our concluding dinner in Jerusalem. We leave Tel Aviv for Jerusalem on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we will be staying at the Prima Royale, which is in Jerusalem, very conveniently located, not too far from the King David Hotel, which we plan to visit. Our guide at this point is Julia, who is an experienced, wonderful lady with a phenomenal personality and knows everybody and everything there is to know. She works with other guides, and if we should have one of the other guides, it will be who will be equally as experienced and also equally as personable. As I said, this will be my 5th trip, and I have absolutely nothing negative to say about anything that happened on any one of the trips. There are a number of different volunteer opportunities, as you see on the screen. We could be doing all of them. We could be doing 1 or 2 of them. We could be doing something totally different. I know that Steve is looking into some farming opportunities, so that could happen on one day. We're also looking at possibly getting a day to feed the soldiers, which would mean going to an army base. Flexibility, I repeat, is the name of the game. So if you're adventurous, you're flexible, this is your trip. There are, as I said, there are 8 nights included. There will be 3 dinners included. 2 of them are Friday night dinners. The Prima Royale has a Shabbat dinner, which is lovely, and we will all be together. And there is an abundance of food and joy on a Friday night. Breakfasts are included every day. Israeli breakfasts are phenomenal for those of you who have never been. There's everything and anything that you could possibly want to eat. The fees, the fees will be increasing slightly on February 1st.
These are the new fees.
These are the new fees. Very, very affordable compared to many other trips. And
sorry, Diane, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't want anybody to panic because I know several of the people on this call are already registered and signed up. Those
yes,
of you who are signed up, whatever the fee was previous, which was a little bit less, that is your fee. Anybody who signs up after tonight will be seeing these new fees. So nobody panic. If you have already booked, the fees that you saw when you booked are in effect for you.
okay. Our May trip from May 8th to May 16th, we have a wait list. So we are full for that trip. We do have a few openings for March. It's March 13th to the 21st. Please call me or write as soon as possible so that we can discuss the March date with you. And if that's not good, we're going to go in October again, October 16th to the 24th. Every trip is going to be different. As I said, flexible. We may not be doing the same volunteering on every trip. We may not be doing the same touring on every trip. So I urge you to sign up ASAP. I will be going on the May trip, so I will give you firsthand information after that date. And I'd like to open to questions because I think it's important that you all, I'm sure should be tons of questions. None?
How many people are registered for the May 8th trip right now?
10.
And that's your maximum for
That will
now?
be the maximum for now.
Isaac, you had a question? You were on mute. You have to unmute yourself. Lower left-hand corner. Nope, you're still on mute.
Everybody's on mute.
Okay.
Oh,
Can
there
you
you
hear
go.
me
Go.
now? Okay. I do not have any question. I just want to give my point. I was the first group that we started up Sarel in 1982.
Wow.
Really?
And
Yeah.
we started up in New York with Cohen and the general in the army called Davide. And I have a picture with me that I would like to share that the
Please.
first time we did a parade of Yom Ha'atzmaut in New York City. So I have the picture in front of me and I will show it to you guys.
Fantastic.
That's wonderful. Thank you
That's
for sharing
amazing.
that.
Thank you.
So we did that in 1982, the celebration of Yom Ha'atzmaut. And it was quite experience to start up Sarel at the time, we called that.
Right.
And we start from scratch.
Right.
So I really appreciate that you guys keep going. I was there in 82, again in 91, with a group in the time of the war with Iraq.
Right.
And I don't have any question. I'm very happy that you guys keep going with it.
Thank you for the endorsement.
Isaac, that's fantastic. I knew General Arandavidi. In fact, I went to his funeral, met his wife there. Yeah, and fabulous person. Many people came from Brooklyn, I believe, in the first cluster.
Brooklyn, Boston, and we had even non-Jew from Washington State. And Oregon.
Where are you located now?
I'm in Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Well, our
Florida.
organization and our trips are still non-sectarian. So
Yeah,
We
was
welcome
good.
anybody who wants to join us in Israel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plane tickets are extra,
Yes.
approximately.
I just bought mine today. Is this the economy, the 15% still applicable?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you fly El Al, I saw from New York to Tel Aviv, it was $5.99 one way. And then if you take off 15%, that's fairly reasonable.
Very.
Well, what's that 15%?
15% is a discount that El Al is giving us.
Well,
Yeah,
the
so
way,
we have a partnership now where we are very excited to be able to offer a 15% discount once people have registered for a trip with us that is good on an economy round trip airfare flight with El Al.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks.
So I have a question. When you say flexible, what part of it is planned though? Like, you know where you're staying for the 9 days.
We know where we're staying.
You
We
might be
know-
volunteering at A or B, but like that part, right?
right.
That part's flexible. Also, some of the touring could be flexible.
Yeah.
For example, if we have everybody there who's a first-time person, our tour might be slightly different than someone who's been to Israel 10 times.
And are you working with a tour group
We have
in
a tour
Israel?
guide. We have a tour guide who's been
In
the tour
Israel.
guide with well, as long as I've been which is about 10 years. Steve, maybe you can.
Yeah, we work with Julia, who is our tour manager. She works with us. She's not a separate company. She's part of us. And also we have Pamela, who is in Tel Aviv. So we have ground support. The things that are predictable, Sharon, are your bed every night is predictable. Your breakfast every morning is predictable. Beyond that, flexibility.
Okay. So you know where you're going to be.
Yes.
Yes.
So that probably then already answers my question of like if we do have friends and family in Israel or places to stay, is it possible to join the volunteering for a couple days or anything less than the 9 days? Especially because I think in March, and that'll be my last question, is I think you only have a few people in March, right? So
Right.
I have to go in March, and that's how I picked the dates.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know if there would be something that I could join because I do have places to stay. I don't really need the accommodation.
Sure. Well, the way it works, Sharon, is we're selling basically a package.
Right.
And that includes all the stuff that Diane
Yeah.
mentioned. But you are, as an individual, able to opt out of any piece of it,
Okay.
preferably not the volunteering, but
Right.
for a day here, a day there, or whatever. Julia is very flexible on helping you get around if you have some other things like relatives, which many of us do have.
But maybe if you don't have enough people or a lot of people in March, would it be possible to do a shorter trip? Or it has to be the 9 days?
It'll probably be the whole trip because the end of the trip brings everybody to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That didn't
and
work for
Sharon,
me. The
just
flights, that didn't work for me for the flights. I would still need to stay somewhere the last
Or
night.
stay. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so Julia can help you with that. And hopefully we can get some more people signing up for the March trip, because we do need a minimum of 4 for a trip to run.
Okay.
We do have a rehab program that'll be running March 6th through 21st. Currently.
Oh,
Can I
that's
ask?
Can't do it. Did you
How
have
many
something, Lou?
people?
March 6th through 21st. So that's even a longer trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
the rehab program is a 2-week program. It's a different program. If you want, I'm happy to, give you some information about that after this call.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Go ahead, Gina.
How many people are signed up for the Odyssey tour?
For May, we have 10.
Oh, for Odyssey? Oh, okay.
Right.
Great. So that's going to happen then.
It's definitely happening.
Right.
Okay. And then
I just said I bought my ticket today. So
I have my ticket. Yeah, I have my ticket. All I have to do is pay. And I have another question. If I pay for both of the tours and they get canceled due to whatever, I'm thinking war, will I get my money back?
Yeah. If we, that is
If you
BFI, have to,
cancel it.
yeah, if we cancel the program, you get your deposit and the rest of your money back. You
Okay.
will have the exposure of an airline ticket, which is good for the future. But hopefully things will settle, and certainly by May, I don't see any issues out there.
Okay. But I'm going April. Yeah. I'm going to back tours.
All right.
Right. So I'm
Yeah,
very looking forward to it very much.
good for you.
yes.
Louis, did you have a question?
So the 2,600 is for a single person, right?
Yes. Single person,
It's 20,
double,
it's 2520?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's double occupancy. That means two people together.
Oh, okay. And if my wife and I will go, she probably have a room there with me too, right?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, does your wife want to
The
stay?
entire trip is all of our locations are at hotels.
Oh,
So
okay.
you will have a hotel room for you and your wife.
Right.
Oh,
Louis, does your wife want to stay with you?
probably not.
Well, the way it would work is 2520 is double occupancy, plus there's something called a single supplement, which is $654, and that would be it for two of you.
And what's
No,
the
no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. You would pay 2520 each because you're double occupancy.
what's that 650?
That's
If only
you
one
want.
person goes
That's what
and
I have.
wants a
That's what I'm
private
saying.
room, a single room.
If only one person goes?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
There's
me.
in your case, if she's going to stay with you or you're going to stay with her, then it'll be 2 times 2,520.
Right.
And that's it. That's all inclusive.
Okay. Did you hear that, Elvia?
And listen, you guys laugh. I was on the Feed the Soldiers program, and there was a couple actually that I know from here in Florida who I'm friends with, and they were very happy when we stayed on the bases to be separated. They're like, no, we live together all the time. We're okay to be separate.
Right.
So you guys laugh, but it happens.
Right.
Gina, just so you know, we have 8 women and 2 men on the trip in May.
Okay.
Wow.
So if there is another woman on the trip who you would like to share a room with, we could talk about that.
Oh, I decided I would just pay the single supplement because I have all kinds of difficulties sleeping. Although I understand on the base that I have to share with somebody.
Oh, yes. Are you
Yeah.
on Feed the Soldiers?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
bring earplugs, nose plugs,
Oh,
any sleeping
I won't need
things.
the earplugs, but whoever I stay with will need the earplugs.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Gina, are you Feed the Soldiers, Archaeology, and then Odyssey?
Yes.
Wow, you're
Wow.
the triple threat. Good for you.
Right.
I hope I survive it.
You will. You're gonna be running all these programs soon.
Well, that might not be a bad idea because I'm running out of years to volunteer. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
As an
it
extra-
will be
as an ex-
fabulous.
Yeah, as an extra benefit, on all of these tours, you get to meet a lot of people with the same interest, and these friendships will last for a long time, even afterwards. So
Well,
it's an extra benefit going
Yeah,
on these kind of
that's
tours.
true.
Miss
So,
Lustig has a question.
I have a
Go ahead.
question. Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. By the way, Stan, I didn't know you were on the call. Hi, Stan.
Hey, sweetheart.
Uh, so,
Sorry. Ellen might hear that.
okay, I have a question about the itinerary.
Yes.
And that is that if 3 dinners are included in the cost, that means 5 or 6 are not included. Not
Correct.
included. So
That's
my
correct.
question is, does the group eat together on those evenings, or is it each person for themselves on their own, or how does that work?
From experience, I can tell you that a lot of us ate together. I mean, there were nights when we looked at each other and said, "How about pizza?" So we found a pizza place, and it wasn't always a sit down, organized dinner. Um, it depends really on the group and what your tastes are. But in the past, we've always usually hung out together. Julia can make recommendations for restaurants, and those of us who have been there recently can make recommendations for restaurants, and then we can all go together. 2 people can go together, 5 people can go together. It really depends. Tonight I feel like having Chinese. I don't feel like pizza. So whoever wants to go to the Chinese restaurant with me will go. And whoever wants to go to pizza, they will go.
Yeah, so
Great pizza restaurant around the corner from Prima Royale, by the way, in Jerusalem. It's fairly well known.
So Bonnie, just before each trip goes, Julia will, or somebody in the group will put together a WhatsApp group for your trip. So everyone will be in kind of like a group chat. So, it might be like, okay, Diane and I are going to the pizza place tonight, meet in the lobby at 6 or something like that. So it's kind of how you keep in communication with everybody. So
Marcia, go ahead.
Marcia. So I was looking at the October trip. I just got back from Israel, and anyway, October. So when would be a good time to sign up? I mean, 9 months in advance is a little bit much for advanced planning, but when is reasonable for me to sign up?
Now you get your money back anyway if there's any change.
Yeah, your $500 deposit is fully refundable. You could send it tomorrow. If you change your mind prior to departure date, you'll get your $500 back. So you have no financial exposure.
You're
Plus,
saying I don't want to sound like a salesman, but the May trip filled up within days.
Yeah.
And I now have a lot of people who are asking about the October trip. So I would urge you to at least give your deposit, and it's refundable. And if you find out, 2 months before that you don't really want to go, well, that's fine.
Yeah. In other words, don't wait.
Right.
How safe is Israel lately?
Very safe. I would walk in any street in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, which is mostly where we were. I was there in October and November, so that's not that far away. I'd walk there sooner than I'd walk on the streets of Manhattan.
Thank
To
you.
give you a frame of reference.
Yeah.
I'm a New Yorker.
Hi, I'm sorry, folks, but I've got to jump. Nice meeting you
Nice
all.
meeting you. We'll see you
Great to see
soon.
some faces. And I'll let Bonnie
There will
continue.
be another Zoom meeting for those who are going about 2 weeks before we go.
Okay, great.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to jump early. Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming, Robbie.
Thank
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Laila Tov.
I have another question. Do you guys offer any military discount?
We are an all-volunteer operation, and we don't really make a profit on these trips. So there's no room for discounts. I'm ex-military as well. I appreciate your service.
I appreciate yours too.
Yeah, and Army.
Me too.
Yeah, 4th Armored Division, right.
82nd.
But unfortunately, we don't have any scholarships because we don't have scholarship money. So that's where it is.
Understood. Thank you.
Good question.
Anybody else have any input, questions?
The Odyssey program starts in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv?
Tel Aviv.
Okay, and ends in Tel
It
Aviv.
ends in Jerusalem.
Oh, it ends in Jerusalem. Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. The Saturday night, we go for dinner in Jerusalem, a
Mhm.
farewell dinner, and then we are taken to the airport for those people who are leaving on Saturday night. Otherwise, we talk to each other and maybe hire a taxi to take us wherever we want to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, last time there were two of us who went to Tel Aviv, to
Yeah.
Haifa. There were, a few other people who went other places, and those who went to the airport went to the airport.
Okay.
It becomes a very close-knit group.
Yeah.
So that, we all help each other.
Well, that's good. That's good.
We call it a mini family.
Yes.
Mini family. Well, that's exciting.
Is anybody thinking of any obstacles that are in your way that maybe we can talk about?
I don't think it's an obstacle, but the Odyssey tour starts one day while I'm still on the Feed the Soldiers. So somehow I think I have to get from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. I don't know whether I'm going to miss a day on the Odyssey program or just miss a day
Yeah.
of the Feed the Soldiers. So, yeah.
So Gina, so we are aware it's you and somebody else. There are two of you who
there's
are
two of
on
us.
the archaeology program,
Mhm.
who are ending archaeology and beginning Odyssey. We hope this week we're going to get you clarification just to let you know how that transition is going to take place.
Okay, that's
You won't,
fine.
Yeah,
you
that
won't,
would-
as far as I understand it, you won't be missing any. The first day of Odyssey is touring. The last day of archaeology is touring.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
regardless, you will be
You're going to
touring.
be touring.
Right, whether
Okay.
it's with Julia or her associate Sharona, that we don't know yet. But you will not miss anything.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you to, I know I'll get from one place to the other. I understand now there's a high-speed train from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv and
Yes,
back.
I
Yes.
took it. I took it. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been to Israel since 1980.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
ashamed to say so. I
Oh,
know it's going to
you
be
will
very
be so
different.
surprised. It is
I
so
know.
different.
I know.
But it's a pleasant surprise because it's unbelievable now.
Yeah, I've seen photographs, so.
Wow, and now you're doing the back-to-back trips. 1980, that's when I was there at the end of high school in 1980 for a year.
Really?
Oh.
Well, I got you all beat. I was there in 1968 in college.
Well, I was also there in, I don't know, I think 1968, yes.
That's when I was born.
Oh,
Me too.
okay, well, you're going to be the youngster of the program.
Well, I might have to, I don't want to just kind of talk about my situation, so maybe afterwards I can follow up with somebody because I didn't think it was going to work because it didn't sound like there was enough people. So I started making my plans that I would have to now reverse because I think I'm going to be in Tel Aviv when you're going to be in
What,
Jerusalem and be in,
I'll be
I-
happy, or at least so we would be happy to talk
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
And, we'll maybe even get Julia in on the conversation.
because it just sounds like it's still, you may not have enough people for March. I don't know
That's
why, what's wrong.
possible.
I mean, I guess my big question should be what's wrong with March, but
It's my
Sounds like a good
birthday.
month to me.
So
Wait,
it's not
yeah,
warm enough yet?
Sharon, I just put my name and phone number in the chat. Happy
Okay.
to talk to you
Yeah.
about it. And
Because otherwise, maybe I'll
so-
just think of next year or something and just continue with this trip and then maybe just do this sometime next year. Because I'll go back, but this trip, I started already making, plans because I thought it wasn't going to happen.
so we'll
Yeah.
work with you and
Maybe.
it's still 2 months away. So certainly
Yeah.
there's
Lots can happen.
opportunities for more people to sign up.
Yeah. I suspect March is going to go just because I have a feeling because of the number of people interested.
So how many
Okay.
people are actually signed up now for Odyssey in March?
We
Well, May. I thought it was in May.
May is closed out. We have a wait list. May is complete with
For
10
Odyssey?
people. We only had 2 people on Odyssey, but we need 4 for
Oh,
transportation
okay.
requirements. So
For March.
or to make it more feasible, and we don't have to charge more money to do things. And we
So-
like keeping the costs down as much as possible and give you
So for
most.
March, you had 2, and for May, you're filled.
May we're filled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm still confused.
Yeah,
You're
I don't think
filled?
I don't think she understood the dates.
Yeah, I was thinking March was May. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
They're
it's not.
different. Yeah. You
No,
got
There's
it.
Okay, so
there's 2 Odyssey trips. Odyssey, or 3, it sounds like.
Right, we
March,
have one in
May, and
October.
October.
Yes.
okay, and
March, there's
how's
only 2 people, so it may not happen.
and
And
May?
May is filled.
Oh, okay, so I'm good to
Yeah.
go. All
Yeah.
right,
You're good,
that's
Gina.
all I
You're
needed
good.
to know.
All right. Any other issues? Questions?
Comment.
Acclamations?
Do you have the
Any complaints?
itinerary? Do you have the itinerary for the Odyssey now?
Sort of.
Okay,
There will be a Zoom meeting approximately 2 weeks before we go in May,
okay.
and we will have a little more of the itinerary, but a lot of the volunteering, sometimes they need us on a particular day, sometimes they don't.
Mhm.
So it could be that we only find out a day or 2 before where we're going to go volunteer. And then based on the volunteering is whether or not we have time in the afternoon to go someplace else for touring.
Mhm.
For sure, there will the Saturday tour. We meet Friday. That Saturday, the tour will be to October 7th sites. So it will be Nova. It will probably be Sderot and other parts of the Gaza envelope.
Okay.
What is the Gaza envelope?
It's everything next to Gaza. Sderot, the kibbutzim next to Gaza. That's all considered the Gaza envelope.
It's a strip about 5 miles from the border. Isaac, are you considering taking one of these journeys?
It's up to me very short, 9 days. We used to have it minimum 2 weeks at a time.
Right.
So that's
And
what.
we did a lot of volunteer, not just for the army, but we used to do volunteering in the kibbutz.
Right.
And it sounded to me very short, 9 days. Sometimes we experience problem or recovering time.
You could do like Gina and
Yeah,
do
combine them.
archaeology and feed the soldiers and then Odyssey. And that would take you to about 4
A
weeks.
month. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a month.
and then I'm staying extra.
And all three are amazing. I mean, I've done the 2 out of the 3 already. As I said, in October, November, I did the archaeology and the Feed the Soldiers. And Feed the Soldiers is very similar to what we were used to with Sarel, where we're on a base and your contact is daily with soldiers. And these young kids are so happy to see us. I can't tell you how many came over and said, "Is it okay if we hug you or kiss you?" Or, and it was a truly gratifying experience.
I second that. I just did Feed the Soldiers in September. It's amazing because they're thanking you, but it's so fulfilling for you to be able to do that and to support them. So really any of the volunteer work that we do, it's just so meaningful, and you come home and it's almost hard to put into words, how you feel, because you felt so immersed in the culture by having those exposures. It's amazing. absolutely amazing. And
You
to
know,
see the resiliency of the Israeli people day in, day out is phenomenal. And Louis, I think you asked about safety and everything. Diane, you may be able to back this up. I'm sure you had a lot of people say to you before you left, "Go to Israel, is it safe?" Or, I couldn't go, I wouldn't do it, whatever. There was not a single moment that I did not feel safe. Nothing ever occurred to me that anything was happening. Everything is, it was just, you felt safe there.
I
Based on, yeah.
arrived a few days before the archaeology program started, and I was staying in Tel Aviv by myself. And I love to just go to the beach and just sit. It was business as usual. You would have never, ever known that they are truly still in a war. You have families that were running all over, dogs and children were playing, and all of the gym equipment was being used at every point on the beach. It was amazing. Luis, have you ever been to Israel?
I went to across the border in Egypt.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
Israel is a lot more modern. I've
Yeah.
been to Jordan, but Israel's a lot more modern and a lot more, how do I say this nicely? Um,
It's safe.
A lot.
with with the times, I mean, it's like you wouldn't feel out of place there at all. It's just
There is one problem. May I tell you about the problem?
sure.
Yeah.
The problem is this: whenever you go, you're going to leave part of your heart there.
There.
That is a problem. Yes.
Everyone that you hear talking about having gone, you hear that in their voices and what they say. So there is a danger. And the danger is you're going to want to come back and come back and come back because that is the danger. You'll leave part of your heart there.
Absolutely true, which is why I was there for a month in
All
October,
right.
November, and I'll be back in May for another month. So,
Luis, be careful, Luis.
Have you
Sharon?
been there during the times when you had to, kind of run to the shelters, to the bomb shelters?
I was very lucky I wasn't. There
Mm.
were, and I stayed in a kibbutz near Gaza for a week, and even there, we heard the fighter jets going overhead, but no sirens
Oh, just recently?
in November. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was there
I
in
was there
June during,
during the first Intifada, but they tell you what to do. They tell you where the shelters are.
Yeah,
You take the reasonable precautions, you're all right.
Right.
I'm sure it's fine. And I was just wondering, because I know a lot of people, I mean, people that are even there. I mean, these last couple of years, it's been a lot of periods where there was,
Okay.
extended periods. So I was just wondering if it by chance hit one of the trips, where they were really going every day or several times a day. We watch these podcasts and you see one, person being interviewed disappear for 20 minutes and then they're back.
I was there in June during the war with Iran. I was on a volunteer trip and
Oh, you were?
we went to the shelters 3 or 4 times a day.
You
Mostly at
did?
night, actually. Every hotel has a shelter.
Yeah.
You have enough time to get there
Yeah.
and you do what you have to do.
Oh, interesting. So you were there during that time, during the 12-day
I
war with
was.
Iran. Oh,
I
okay.
was.
So you were there on a volunteer program. So I
was.
managed, you had to be
I mean,
flexible.
unfortunately, most of the days I actually didn't get to volunteer because once that war started, you
Right.
had to sit within 10 minutes of a shelter at all times.
Right.
We couldn't go out into the fields anymore after that started.
Uh-huh.
But I was glad to be in Israel at that time because I just wanted to be helpful in any way that I could.
Very good.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was
We
wondering.
are very proud of Bonnie. She belongs to our synagogue, and she has been there maybe 10 or 15 times. She is just a wonderful, wonderful, not only spokesman, but she is, I'm Yisrael guy. fully, fully, fully. She's a wonderful woman, a wonderful spokesman, and she loves it. She goes now 3 times a year, minimum. We talked about this the other day. The only problem is I'm really jealous that I can't go on this trip. We're gonna go a little later. She's the best.
March and November are open.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm gonna try and go
Sam,
on.
we'll find a place for you, I promise.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and go on the Holy Land tour though.
Right.
So that's another issue. But Bonnie is you're going to just love her. So that's what I said earlier about meeting people and having friends. She's just as charming as can be and bright. That's our girl.
We look forward to it. Bonnie, don't worry about dinner. We'll always have dinner.
She doesn't eat a lot though. That's the problem. So don't worry about it.
Slice of pizza. We're good.
Yeah.
I was across the border in the Sinai Peninsula
Yeah.
in Sharm el Sheikh.
Oh, wow.
Have you guys heard? I was a foreign observer, and sometimes we used to go to North Camp, and I could hear the bombs going on.
Wow.
And then when I finished my tour, my wife met me there, and we were trying to cross the border, but Israel closed the border. We couldn't get in. The Omicron happened. Yeah.
Israel closed the border.
So
Yeah.
It
I was trying
happens.
to. Yeah. So now we're trying to get there.
Yeah. And you were active military then?
But still, I'm still in.
Oh, really?
You're still
Okay.
active.
Super.
Thank you for your service.
Super.
Thanks for your support, ma'am.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on a tour, Luis.
Yeah, I wanna go meet the Israeli soldiers.
Well, just so when you were on the tour, and Gina, you should know with the Feed the Soldiers, there's always a soldier on the trip with you, wherever you go.
Right. Yeah. Before I came to America, my father told me. My father graduated from one of those kibbutz. He was a military in Ecuador, and he went to Israel to study, and so he graduated there. And he asked me, "You want to go to Israel or the U.S.?" And I said, I wanted to go to Israel because Israel has an awesome army, and I was in the Ecuadorian army there, so I was thinking, where should I go? And I decided on the U.S.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your service to us.
Where are you? Are you in New York too, or where are you in the U.S.?
Me?
Yeah, Luis.
In California. I'm in California.
Where?
1 hour in Los Angeles County.
Where? I'm in South Pasadena.
He's from California.
Edwards area. Edwards Air Force Base.
Okay, all right. I know.
Yeah. North from you, yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of getting permission to go and all that stuff. We'll go there someday. If not this time, maybe next year. I'm about to retire too. So we'll see.
Well, we had a retired Air Force person on the Feed the Soldiers tour in November.
Oh, cool.
That was cool.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
He was very into when we went to the bases. That was really exciting for him.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the bases, there's a training base here in California. It's called NTC, like 1 hour from where I am living right now. and I was training there, and I saw some Israeli soldiers there training too. So I approached them and traded patches with them. It was so cool.
They love to do that. They
Yeah.
and they do train here, and in Canada because my friend's son was he had a cadaver dog. So as long as the dog was alive, he was considered part of the IDF.
Oh, yeah.
And they trained the dogs in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So he would go with the dog to Canada and then leave the dog to go back to, the dog went back to Israel and he came to New York to visit me. So they're all over. The IDF trains all over.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I like to meet him. I like to meet him.
Sounds like
Mhm.
Any other questions, comments? Otherwise, we can all go to sleep. I mean, not you in California,
Yeah,
but
we'll
here in
take
New
the
York,
sleep.
it's close to bedtime.
¿Quieres hablar
I'm
con él?
available if you want to call me. You have my phone number. Please feel free if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Sharon, I'm more than happy to go over things with you and Julia and introduce you to her.
Here in Israel.
Okay, I think I'll reach out to, I think,
March,
Lisa
May,
tomorrow,
Okay.
Diane, but yeah, if it doesn't work out in March, maybe I can just,
Absolutely.
bookmark this for my next trip.
Perfect.
Because
We'd
we have
love to
some
have
things
you.
going, I do have some things going on in March, but then I won't after that. Like for
Great.
another trip
Great.
would probably be
You
more.
won't be disappointed in any trip that you take with us.
Okay, thank you.
Guarantee. Guarantee, Steve? Yes?
I can't stand an army base though. I have to be honest. I can't do that.
Oh, you can. It's a very
I did it when I was
interesting.
16.
Why?
I stayed on an Israeli army base for 2 weeks when I was 16, so I had my fill.
It's very different because in the past, if you stayed with Sarel, it was a different tone than this is a lot more cozy, let's just say.
Oh, yeah.
The
base
Feed the
itself-
Soldiers has 2 or 3 people in a room.
Yeah, so I can speak
It's
to
a
this
different
because I was just on the
experience.
trip. So
Yeah.
it is, it's a bunk.
It's primitive. It's not a 5-star
Yeah,
hotel
so
or even
it's
a
definitely
4-star
not.
or
So
3-star.
yeah, so each of the actual bunks has two bunk beds in it. They've learned that people of a certain age are not climbing the ladders. Nobody's going up onto the upper bunks. So we've learned. So it is. So you'll be sleeping, on the bottom bunk. And there's 2 in each bunk. You have a bathroom, sink, shower. It is very basic. But honestly, there's like a community room. And there's snacks and everything in there. And that's where we all hung out most of the time. And as we talk about building those relationships, it was so wonderful in the evenings. We would just sit around and talk and get to know each other and learn things. So it really is a wonderful experience. And Sharon, I hear you. If somebody would have told me 2 years ago that I was going to be sleeping in a bunk on, in an Israeli army base, I would have been like, yeah, sure. But it was wonderful. It was an incredible experience. I will say that, and it might not be for everybody, but I would not have seen myself there either. But I loved it.
Yeah. Maybe I have to get over what I was put through when I was 16, when I
It's
went
very
to Gadna and the obstacle course and everything I was put through.
Oh, very different.
And kibbutz and all of that. So yeah, but.
Oh no, here you're treated like a VIP, actually.
And when you
Okay,
go
no.
into the mess hall,
Okay.
the soldiers want to talk to you,
Yeah, they
and
do.
it's very, very cozy, let's say. Any other questions? Comments?
No,
After,
Feel free to give Lisa or myself, Lisa, I'm sorry, I'll put you out there
Yeah,
too.
no.
A call,
Thank you.
email, text, whatever. No question is unanswerable. We'll get you an answer to whatever.
after the 9 days of the program, can we stay longer?
Sure,
I am.
In the
sure.
in East- oh, okay.
Yes. And typically Julia, our tour director, it's not uncommon that, for flight reasons or different things that people will say, oh, I want to come in 2 days earlier. I want to stay 3 days later. She'll make arrangements for you. And typically at the hotels that we've stayed at. So, at the Maxim Hotel in Tel Aviv, which is wonderful. It's right across from the beach. So that's a great location.
Fabulous
That's where I'm going.
a fabulous roof garden.
Yeah, oh my
Really?
gosh, the most gorgeous sunsets you can imagine from the rooftop at the hotel in Tel Aviv. Absolutely. But yeah, so she can help you do that. And typically what she would try to do, I'll just give you an example. If you flew into Tel Aviv 2 days early before the tour starts, she'll, talk to them at the hotel and say, well, don't make this person move, let them stay in the same room the whole time, type of thing.
Yeah, she
So
did it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, now she has to do it for the end too, because I
Yes.
didn't know. The last I heard, there was one person signed up for Odyssey, and that was me. So I was a bit concerned, but I'm going a day early, and
Okay.
I'm gonna stay maybe 3 days longer.
Well, you've got a whole bunch of us staying longer, so
Do you? How long are you?
I'm staying a week longer.
A week longer? I'd even
I
stay
usually
even
always go
longer.
for a month. It's not worth the 12-hour travels if you don't
Right.
go for a month. So
Right, that's what I figured. So I
What
thought I, might go to a lot or something. So
mhm.
what is the charge per room per night
It depends on the hotel.
on that
But
one?
Julia manages to get it at a discounted rate.
Mm,
Lisa,
approximately.
could you please send Julia's contact information?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Hang on. I'm gonna put it in the chat for everybody just so you can have it. But yeah, because she's wonderful, and yeah, so that she is she tries to work with everybody. I honestly, she's my hero. I don't know how she does it with everybody, but she does.
And she's been
Gets
doing it for
everybody.
years. It is not new. And should you want to take a private tour, if she's not working with VFI, she's more than happy to take you wherever you want to go in Israel. And she's amazing at all the little nooks and crannies that she knows.
Yeah.
oh, maybe I need to stay longer.
Isaac?
Yes, question. When they changed the name from Sorel to VI?
Tom?
That's all you, Steve. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Steve,
Yeah.
it's yours.
Yeah, actually, the original name was Volunteers for Israel way back when you went. And then Sarel started shortly thereafter.
Yes.
Sarel still exists. It's a separate organization. It's an Israeli nonprofit. And we're separate from Sarel now because while we offer a military program, we offer all these other things which Sarel does not do. Sarel stayed strictly with the IDF. The Sarel lady in charge reports directly to an Army major who is in charge of the volunteers. And many of our, like myself, I did Sarel 16 times every year for 16 years, for 2 weeks. Many of us have done that to one extent or another. But Volunteers for Israel, about now, was it 2 years ago, I guess, separated itself. We're offering a wider range of cultural and learning experiences, very deep, very sophisticated, and we only focus on adults and seniors. We do not have young people. And so our mission is to bring people of our vintage to Israel. And so far, we've been very successful with these sophisticated programs, people who want to learn new things, do new things, and that's the difference. So we're separate. but equal organizations.
Okay. Yeah. Regarding cozy, in the 80s, we were very cozy because we were at least 6 in the tent. So it was really cozy at the time.
And,
Right. In a tent, right.
Well, they're back in tents, you need to know.
Right.
I think Steve said it well. It's also a learning experience. When I was in Sorel, it was wonderful. I mean, I felt I left part of my heart there as well. I only had been 3 times, but it resonates with you because you're giving back. This program gives you the opportunity to learn. It's not only seeing, but you're learning different things. You're going to different places, all controlled. Before you had to do it yourself on the weekends. So this way they're taking you to places where at our age we want to learn. I want to learn. My wife tells me I got to learn a lot. That's another story. So, but here you're learning and you're feeling at the same time because you're doing things. And I think that's what our age is about as well, is you get beyond just feeling, but you're learning. And
You know, I'll add to that.
Does that make
Speaking
a
of
difference?
learning,
I'm doing something.
With the 2,500.
I was going to say, speaking of
Sorry.
learning, I don't know if you thought of this, but it would be ideal to go like 2 days early and do a Hebrew immersion, you know, in Ulpan for a few days.
Yep, people have
I
done
did.
that.
Brush up. For some of us need to brush up.
That is what I did last time. It was a week in
You
a
did.
kibbutz that was a
Ooh.
Hebrew immersion.
You went for the week
Okay.
before.
Yes.
Oh, I'd be interested to hear about that, Diane, where you went.
Okay.
Me too.
Well, I've been talking to Julia to probably include something like that. Maybe an hour every couple of days of learning conversational Hebrew as we walk the streets of Tel Aviv
Yeah.
and Jaffa or
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, you guys have been great, asking some
Yes.
really good, incisive questions. Thank you very much for your cooperation. This recording will be up on YouTube in a couple of days in case you want to point a friend to it to explain to them what Odyssey is, so you can drag them along with you when you go. And
March and November, March
Yes, in
and
March and
October.
October, yes.
yeah, and check out the entire page on our website that's this long that talks about the Odyssey program, including day by day, and the pricing and all the other details that you have to go through. And the one last caution is, since the May program is wait list only, basically it's sold out, I would not hesitate to put money down on the fall program. There's no risk involved, and it's $500, and that guarantees your position. That's going to sell out pretty fast, I think. I'm thinking of doing it myself. So thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
And you folks, if anybody wants to hang around and chat, I'm going to leave this up so you can continue talking, but I have to do something else now. So, Lila
Good
Tov.
night, Lila Tov.
Lila Tov.
Lila Tov.
Okay.
Tov.
Okay. Bye.
Adios.
Adios.
Hasta la no adios. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista,
Okay.
baby.
Chico,
Okay.
momo.
How do I get
Pizza
out of
out.
this?
Okay, bottom corner,
Bye.
it'll say leave. It'll say leave.
Lisa, you're beautiful. Thank you.
Bye.
Hard to get out
Night,
of this thing.
everybody.
Good
Thanks
night,
for coming.
Iris.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good travels.